Brian, congratulations. The gold for Janet Evans, and this 18-year-old from Romania is thinking gymnastic gold. 18-year-old Daniela Silovash. She's just scored a 10 on the uneven bars. It's interesting, in 1976, Nadia Comaneci, the first 10 ever in Olympic competition on this event, the uneven bars. Silovash.
And in fact, it was on the compulsory. As you can see here, we heard Mary Lou talk a little bit earlier about some of the technical requirements. And right here, handstand, pirouette, handstand. She did it beautifully. There's the giant up. And the straddle back right to the handstand. So far, the exercise was absolutely perfect. And you can see she continued with that same momentum, topping off every handstand in perfect position on the landing.
Silovash, she finished third in the World Championships behind her teammate Dobre and Shushanov of the Soviet Union. Boy, she gets off to a flying start at 10 in the very first rotation. And the congratulations certainly are in order. Now the Romanians in the second rotation will move to the balance beam. But with that performance by Silovash, the Romanians, after the first rotation, comparing them with the East Germans, who had a very fine first session, are in a tie for first place. Another look at Silovash. Perfect.
She was so disappointed at last year's World Championships because she came there to win after coming off a win at the European Championships, and yet she had some major errors. She came into this event with gold in her mind, because we saw her in the practice sessions, and every turn she took was exactly like this. Absolutely perfect. She made no mistakes in the practices. Here is the critical move, the back straddle, and look at that. Perfect handstand on the low bar. That's what the judges need to see if they're going to award points back for the amplitude that these gymnasts show. Look at the perfect form. Tight body position right to the handstand on the free hip. Giant down through to a layout flyaway. Look at how tight that form is. Even Nadia, when she got her first perfect 10, she took a little bit of a hop on the landing. That was a better 10 than Nadia's, perhaps.
Oh, what a great shot there, and great slow motion to appreciate how perfect the technical merit of Silovash was. And where do you see her when she gets to open up on the optional? So after the first rotation, comparing with the East Germans in the first session, a tie for first at 49. The fight is on. Germany, the East Germans outstanding in the first session, but the battle for the individual is starting to shape. Aurelio Dobre, here she is. She's the world champion, defending champion from Rotterdam, on the floor, the third rotation. So far, Dobre is 9.825 and a 9.875.
Look at that pike open mount. Dick, you know, I think we've talked about the technical requirements of the compulsory exercises, but I don't think words can describe the artistry. And certainly I think Aurelia Dobre is perhaps the Bilo Zerchev of the women's field here, in that she takes gymnastics to a whole new level.
Elegance. Is there anyone with a better toe point than Dobre?
Certainly her toe point and flexibility really allow her to show off her gracefulness. Her expression is fantastic.
Yeah, the floor exercise compulsory is so controlled compared to the optional. To make something special out of this is really a mark of talent.
The last tumbling run is going to be a layout step out. Very pretty.
Aurelia Dobre, 2 years ago, serious knee problems, had knee surgery, recovered, won the world championship at age 15, then had a fractured kneecap with an operation, has an ugly scar on her knee, and a 9.90 in her floor exercise. And here's Daniela Silovash. She had a 10, remember, earlier in the uneven bars, and she has her eyes on the all-around gold medal here in the Olympic Games. Silovash, 18 years of age. She's the final Romanian in this rotation, the floor.
Let's watch for her technical mastery, the precise movements.
She lands like a feather.
It's important to note how she is right on with the music. layout step out, handspring. Look at the high arch dive roll. She really is milking this routine for everything she can get out of it. Selling every position. The leaps were fantastic. Here's the layout step out. Watch this thing. It's going to come out of the sky.
Oh, the crowd loved it. Daniela Silva, she knows she was good, and so do her teammates. And there it is, her second 10 of 3 rotations today. Now she becomes the woman to beat for the all-around after the compulsories we've seen thus far. She had a perfect 20, 10, a perfect 10 in the compulsory, a perfect 10 in the optionals in Rotterdam to win the gold in this floor exercise event. And look at this.
This layout step up, look at the position in the air. Not only is she tremendously high, but she sells it to the judges like she's floating down like a bird.
Daniela Silva. Remember, Elena Shushanova of the Soviet Union, she also was perfect in Rotterdam. 10 in the compulsories and 10 in the optionals, and that's setting up to be the duel. Shushanova of the Soviet Union, Silva of Romania. The Romanian team total grows and is more and more impressive, and that will be something for the Soviets to shoot at. And of course, they will be up in the next round. That's the story for the moment from gymnastics.